Welcome back to Echo Ridge. Today we're gonna try to fix the geopolitical situation, or at least attempt to, because, well, no one likes us. As you can see, we have one turn left with the military emergency, which is great because no one was able to take Radom from our cold death grip, which means we're gonna get 200 diplomatic favor and +2 combat strength when attacking a member unit with the city strike. I mean, doesn't really seem worth it from my perspective. Those are very meager rewards. Now, I did play about 15 turns between the recording of these videos because there was a lot of economic and me just defending our positions. And as you can see, the AI hasn't been able to make any headway. We did colonize Ulm a couple of episodes ago. It's doing decent. It's at 3 pop now. I want to get a builder out here to start improving some of these tiles because some of these fish tiles are going to be absolutely gorgeous. And about the only other important thing that happened is I sent a settler from Trier over to this island to hopefully settle it, and some enemy AI ended up taking it. So I have been scavenging the seas looking for it. It's around here somewhere. I'm going to find you. Something else that kind of skipped my mind is the fact that we're playing Germany means that we have the free imperial cities buff, which means each city can build one more district than usual. A few episodes I talked about not putting districts down that we wouldn't necessarily want and saving them for some of the more juicy ones. Well, now that I know that we have one more extra district per city based on that pop, we can kind of go hog, can't we? So, for instance, here in our capital, we're going to put down this +2 harbor, and that's going to join the campus that we already have and the diplomatic quarter. Oh, I just realized I really need to buy this gypsum tile. Look at the yields on it from the volcano continuously erupting. Talking 5 food, 3 production, a science, and a gold. 155. Yeah, we're definitely going to save up for that. Also on the political situation, no one likes us so much that in fact that even when I'm trying to sell diamonds, no one wants to buy from us. They're all being very, very mean about it. Oh, look at this. A free settler. I think I will. Thank you. I want to go check out this island here. I'm not 100% sure that the influence is not great there, but we also don't know what else the land looks like over here. Also on the eastern front, we have been making some progress over here with what I'm being told from the comments should be called the Maori and not the Maori. I'm sure I'm still butchering it, but their city here, unfortunately, it has some trebuchets. And trebuchets don't really play very well against ships, so I've been sort of keeping out the back. But it looks like we have... And I'll bet you there's another one sitting up here too. No, it looks like we do have another advantage. We'll keep coming in on it. Let me see if I can get at least one hit. Maybe we'll start trying to throw down on this treb, which keeps their eyes off of the crossbows here and here. Over in Berlin, we have a very nice harbor going down. This one's going to be a +3. And we're going to be able to take all these harbors and get a lot of gold and production out of them, which is only going to further fund our wonderful war machine in the future. Thanks to some pillages over here in Warsaw, I'm hoping this horseman is going to survive one more hit. That way they could skedoodle out of there. But we now can buy this wonderful tile right there. I also need to get working on some more builders. Another round of volleys from our crossbowmen and from this quadrine. Doesn't look like this city's going to last much longer. It's not the best city in the world, but it will give us more loyalty pressure on this island. It also gives us access to mercury and some rice, in the future some whales, and it makes Coupe pay for joining the emergency. Take that, Coupe. We did get a +4 era score from being able to survive the emergency, which is pretty good. And there's our 200 diplomatic favor and our +2 to combat strength. But now it's really the time to start trying to peace out with these folks to improve our relationships. Jadwiga only has 34 grievances against us, which is not too big of a deal. But Poland is not willing to peace out at all, which is fine. We will keep building up our war machine and then just go take Poland's capital, because I'm tired of playing around with you. They are down to a 118 military strength, which is not too good. So if I spend some turns here, maybe getting a lot more military units, we might be able to make some headway over there. In fact, I'm going to delay this harbor here and start cooking out some of these men-at-arms, because they're a big 45 melee strength. Of course, there's always the option of going with more Nihangs. Right now, they only have a melee strength of 25. But whenever you build a barracks, an armory, and a military academy, they get stronger and stronger. So why don't we do that? Where can I change up the production into an encampment? Someplace that produces them pretty quick. Oh, look at this. Coupe is giving us a builder too. Thank you, buddy. That guy will go right to use, maybe improving either the whales or probably the sheep so I can get a little bit better production here. Now, Coupe is trying to peace out. They're willing to give us 16 gold, some tea, but we're going to refuse that deal because the only reason they're trying to peace out is because they're literally about to lose this city. Probably, I'm hoping this turn. One hit from a crossbow, another hit from a crossbow. Can I take it this turn? No, it is going to be next turn, but I will take the promotion. We'll go combat strength versus naval units. And as long as these trebuchets don't mess us up too much in the next turn, we should be good to go to take it. And then we'll peace out. So Radom has an opportunity to put down an encampment, which would be good for the taking of Krakow and Warsaw. But before I do that, I'd want to chop these woods to make the production even quicker. So why don't I get a builder? We'll then do the chop and then put down the encampment, which will make all of our Nihangs a little bit stronger. And look, our settler has came and returned home. This has to be the one. This time we'll escort it with the Nihang down to this island. It looks like we're going to be able to put down a couple new cities today. I don't remember what enemy units are in that barb camp, other than a lot of ships, but it looks like the encampment, the outpost itself is ripe for the taking, so we'll go grab it. As suspected, this island is available. It's only a -4 loyalty, which will be okay if we put a governor in it. We'll get access to some coffee, some more whales, fish, diamond. Yeah, we're definitely going to put a place right here. I think we're going to start putting serfdom in, which will give all of our builders +2 charges and replace colonization. We're not going to be making too many more settlers, especially considering we already have 2 on the board. And then we're going to throw in veterancy into our wildcard spot. It's going to give us +30% production towards encampment districts, harbor districts, and the buildings, which is exactly what we're starting to build. Here's a new governor title. I think we're going to take the opportunity to get somebody like Magnus, just so we have another governor, even though I do want to start promoting Pingala in our capital to get that +1 culture for each citizen in the city, but we will use Magnus for now. We did say we're going to do some chopping out in Radom, so we're going to replace Victor there, and then we'll put Victor over into Ulm for now. And it looks like this galley is going to take a beating in the process, but we have just enough health to take this city. The galley was left with 1 hit point. And since their trebuchet was sitting in the city, when it flipped, they lose it. So now all we have to do is kill this 1 trebuchet, and then this city will be right as rain. First things first, we're going to rebuild ancient walls because they're going to be coming back for it. We finally finished cartography, so we will be able to upgrade a lot of our galleys to caravels, which I haven't seen any caravels on the map yet, so we might be doing pretty good on the Navy front. Unfortunately, it's going to cost us 180 gold each, and right now we're only making 8 gold per turn, so we'll have to see about that. 1 hit on the Treb, 2 hits on the Treb, and the wonderful city shot. Perfect. And then I think it's high in time that we went and picked up military engineering. We can find out if we have any access to niter and get our own trebuchets. I'd love to build an aqueduct. That would help boost that tech, but I don't know if we can. We don't even have any more district spots left in our capital, but we will grab this wonderful lighthouse. Gives +1 food to all coastal tiles for this city, and as you can see, we have a lot of coastal tiles, plus another trade route, 2 gold, 1 housing, and a citizen slot. Barbarian encampment goes down, finally, and we'll eventually get to cleaning up all of these other barbarian ships, no big deal. Still chasing around this settler, but it looks like I have it pretty much cornered, so hopefully next turn. Another great thing about finishing cartography is we now have access to ocean tiles, even with our galleys and stuff, so we are no longer limited to the coastal regions, which is going to give us a lot more vision around here, and I'm excited about that. All right, this is a -4 loyalty pressure on that tile. I think I'm going to use the settler to go get the village first, though. 60 faith, that's weak. But then next turn, ooh, would I rather settle here? It's only a -2. And it's protected on all sides from the cliffs. Of course, we'd lose eventual access to this crab, but the idea of it being protected by cliffs means only certain melee units would be able to climb those cliffs to attack us in through that way. Everybody else would have to go through the beaches. Oh, and here's Coupe trying to sue for peace. All you're willing to give is 3 gold? No, I want more than 3 gold. Okay, 7 gold per turn, +3, and some whales, and you're going to give me your city. I will take it, buddy. Oh, look, now we're all smiles. And we met Australia. Let's see if we can make a friend really quick. Oh my goodness, another military emergency. Lucky for us, we have all that diplomatic favor. I don't feel like doing this again. I'm going to put hope 5. Let's say 6 is enough. Actually, I better dump everything I have into it just to make sure I don't go back to war with everybody while I'm still trying to build ourselves back up economically. Something to take a look at is I'm assuming Coupe is the one that started this emergency and Jadwiga doesn't like us, but the Dutch don't exactly love us either, so they have 257 diplomatic power, so who knows which way they're going to end up voting. My goodness. When it rains, it pours. My 8 votes were not enough. 11 votes went yes, to include, just like we thought, 7 from the Dutch. Wonderful. And the idea this time is we now need to hold off this city for 30 turns. Let me see if I can sue for peace. No, not for 10 more turns. They were just doing fine with us. Lucky for us, the Dutch are way over here, so I don't think they're actually going to be too involved in this war. But we're gonna find out real quick. They could try to invade over here in Mainz, but normally they spend their resources trying to actually take the objective, which is the Otatara. We got our first great person, is a great engineer. 215 production towards wonders. I think I'm gonna pass on this one and see what else we can get. And Australia's respectfully declining our delegation because they realized that, oh yeah, no one in the world likes you, so I probably shouldn't either. Okay, it's fine, it's okay. And despite Poland only having 118 military strength, they're about to lose one of their only trebuchets. This will be fine. This time, I am going to make sure that we take both Warsaw and Krakow. Hamburg has been founded and we moved Victor into it. No loyalty issues here whatsoever. Over in Frankfurt, there's a beautiful +4 harbor available, but it would still take 22 turns because this place has not been built up very much. So I think I'm going to repair the walls. There's not much to repair. In fact, it's almost a waste of a turn, but we'll do it anyways. Into the monument, into a builder to help improve this area. But maybe I should put down the harbor right now just to lock in that cheaper cost. Select it there. Now it's started. So then we can go change production again. And everything else will be built in the correct order, starting with the monument, then in the builder, and then in the harbor. Well, the lulls, and because they repaired this theater square, we're going to walk in there and pillage it, and then walk right back out. I could really use some horsemen because they have such better movement, but even if they take a couple shots from the city walls, it just gives them more experience. In other good news, we'd forgotten to rename these crossbowmen who did hit their second promotion, so these are now Gabby Gab's crossbowmen. Thanks, Gabby. We finally managed to steal back our settler. They were trying to make it back home, not gonna happen. I may use that settler to put something down here, because our friends Nubia ended up settling this island after all. Or maybe we continue up through here. This is probably the best bet. There's a lot better tiles up here. In our capital, we're going to build a trader. We're also going to follow that up with a couple more builders, especially considering that builder card that we put in that'll give them extra builds. And then Jerusalem is actually willing to give us a bonus envoy for sending a trade route there. Plus it's 6 more gold, so I think we're going to take it. And this trade route is only 7 tiles away, so it should finish fairly quickly. The builder in Radom is finished, so we're going to move up here. We'll link these two together. That way nobody can just come take our builder. Next turn we'll move here, chop it out. Until then, we will do 1 turn into... I think a horseman would be good. Here's that pillage for 90 culture. Thank you. In this district, we can pillage it twice, so we'll take 90 more culture. Basically just halved the amount of time it's going to take us to get the new civic of exploration. Over in Trier, I'm having decision paralysis because I want the lighthouse. I also want the workshop. The lighthouse is going to give us a little bit more gold and all that good stuff. The workshop will actually help get the lighthouse out faster. I also need builders over here. We have a lot of unimproved tiles. So I think in this case, we're going to go with the longer project, get the workshop done. And that way, everything else we want to build here is going to come a little bit quicker. Over in Ulm, another big harbor, +4. But before we even start on that, there's a lot of fishing boats and the tobacco that we need to improve, so we're going to go with a builder. Big deal from our new friends over in Australia. They're only unfriendly with us, but compared to everybody else, that's a great sign. They're willing to give us 19 gold per turn for some pearls and some diamonds. We will take it, which gets us up to 54 gold per turn. These crossbowmen have also earned a promotion because we've been at war for about 1,000 years. So thank you for the support to Elongated Bread. I want to get a little bit more greedy and pillage this wonderful holy site because the more faith we have, the more Nihangs we can build. So I think we'll heal up this turn on that tile and then pillage it a couple times before backing back out. We're building up our military right now. Eventually we are going to have enough to where we're absolutely just going to flood over into Krakow and Warsaw. Now our builder made it to this tile, so I wanted to show you how this is going to work. I canceled the production of the horsemen. Notice there's still only 2 turns left, no big deal. And then over in this tile, I'm actually going to clear it, which is going to give us 108 production. Well, considering the encampment only takes 115 production, when we go ahead and place it, it's now going to be finished in 1 turn. We have some builders finished in mains. First thing we'll do is go get these wonderful diamonds. I still haven't researched irrigation to be able to grab this coffee. Maybe we'll double back after military engineering. Look at this 3 charged builders sitting right out in the middle of the water. Thank you, Coupe. We'll try to scoop that up next turn for sure. Found another village hut. I think we might want to build a skirmisher to go grab all these goodie huts that we're finding in our voyages. Oh, this is not a bad city right here either. The first thing we're going to go get in Radom. Well, to tell you the truth, I want to repair this campus first, but then we're going to go in and get the barracks, and it's going to boost those Nihangs pretty significantly. Now I need to be a little bit more careful. In our explorations, our galleys met up with a Netherlands caravel, which they will be able to wipe the floor with us. Now we are eligible for those upgrades, but I don't know if I want to spend our gold. We're at 240, but we are making 53 per turn. I'm going to try to scoot out and away before they end up finding us. And here's another caravel. That's not going to work though. You're never going to make it in this city that way. In fact, we'll go ahead and upgrade this one to a caravel. So now we're on equal footing, at least over here. And you can tell that the Dutch have plussed up their military. They're at a 789 military strength. Not a too big of a deal because we're about to take some of it right back. Another promotion for some crossbowmen. This time we're going to go with the incendiaries. +7 range strength versus district defenses, which is just what we ordered. But we've got another level 2 promotion. Thank you to Kiki's crossbowmen. Appreciate the support. We've finished research on the niter. Here's where it becomes very important to see if we actually have any niter in our territory. One good way to do this is go to your search and just type in niter. There's 5 results. Looks like there's one in Warsaw, which makes me want Warsaw even more. We do have one in Magdeburg. It looks like the city was founded on it, so that's +2 per turn. And we have another one right beside Berlin and our capital. That's always good. And then there's 2 up here. The Dutch have just landed a city there. I have this settler heading up there, but now I'm not going to be able to settle anywhere over there. The best I could do is this title here because it's 3 tiles away from everything. It'd only be a -1 to influence, which is not too bad. And then maybe we can get Eindhoven to flip. Yeah, especially if we start working the corn, grow it up really big, do some quick tile buys and grab this niter. We'll see if we can make it work. The next unit I really would like to get our hands on is the privateer. And while it is a little bit away, that's what we're going to go head towards in the civics tree. Over in Radom, once again, we're going to repair that library. And then after we're done with that, we're going to build the barracks. Production is not great in Poznan. Otherwise, I'd start grabbing some military units, but men-at-arms take 20 turns, trebuchets take 25, so we just need to get the production a little bit better in here. And what better way to do that than with a Hansa? Now, I know I'm going to be able to build an aqueduct here, which will give us a +2 on our Hansa, so I think the best place for it is probably here. Either way, every little bit will help. We did unlock the Merchant Republic this turn, and we will grab it. It's going to give us the 2 diplomatic favor, and we earn the envoys faster. Anything in this second row is typically better than anything in the first row. Now, we will lose the cities with districts receive +1 housing and amenity, and the +15% great person points, but we're going to gain +15% production for districts and +10% gold with all cities with a governor, not to mention a lot of additional slots. So we're going to grab it there. And then I'm going to throw in naval infrastructure, which is going to give our harbor district adjacency bonuses a +100%. That's going to pay off for a very long time, but I don't know if I want to lose the production or our builders, so we may hold off on that. We can get +100% production towards industrial area and earlier naval units, That's going to help when we plus up our navy. So maybe we start with some colonial offices. It'll give us more growth and loyalty for cities not on our original continent. And if we go and look, this whole continent is Africa, so it wouldn't help anything there. Apparently this is all Africa. So the only ones it would help are Frankfurt and Otaratara. All right, we'll just go conscription, reduce our military cost by 1 per unit, and +1 gold from all of our envoys. Over here in Krakow, we are plinking away at some of these walls. It's not going to be very effective, but we might as well just for the experience and keep moving them back to heal. Other than that, we're going to upgrade this battering ram to a siege tower and move Floop-Flarp swordsmen back so they can fortify and heal. We did end up losing that ship out here to the Dutch. Not too big of a deal. I'm going to chop out a lighthouse over in Berlin from 5 turns down to 1. Very beautiful. And then we're going to take the rest of these charges and put some mines down. Oh, I'm also going to chop here as well. Coupe is starting to get a little saucy over here against Otaratara, sending a couple of trebuchets. Our crossbowmen are going to be able to make quick work with them, but notice that the Maoris are down to 145 military strength. This is what happens to the AI if they're at war for too long, which only improves our chances of getting back into this game and, well, winning it. We're working on open borders with John Curtin. The more deals that we can make with them like that will actually improve our relationship. And hopefully we get it to a point where we can start to make friends, although John Curtin says not today. Doing some more chops over in Radom. We're going to take down the rainforest. I know, it's not a good look, but 55 production and 55 food is going to help this place grow and instantly finish the barracks. But now that the barracks are finished, notice that the melee strength on the Nihangs went from 25 to 40. And it'll do it again once we complete the armory. The Nihangs might be our best unit that we'll have for quite some time, especially considering we can purchase them with faith, but it looks like somebody's taking control of Lahore. Let's go fix that. They want us to train a heavy chariot, and then we'll get suzerain of them. Heavy chariot only costs 260 gold, so we can do that in a couple turns. All right, we have some issues on a couple of fronts. Over here in Ulm, there's 2 Netherlands caravels sitting here, and 3 trebuchets sitting on Otaratara. I'm not too worried yet, but I'm starting to get there. Try to take these down one at a time. I can even use the quadrime in here to make plunk shots at this one as well. Another one of our galleys who is attempting to circumnavigate the world, we're so close, was discovered by another Dutch caravel. I'm going to try to piece them out because it has been long enough, and they're just not willing to do it at all. I mean, you look awfully mean for a lady with an umbrella. Let's try to go piece out Coupe. I don't think they're going to either. 81 gold per turn and 225 gold. No, I don't think so. And John Curtin will not accept our delegation once again. When it rains, it pours. Well, just when I thought it was bad that we're on a 2-front war, my efforts to improve our geopolitical situation have now resulted in a 3-front war. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Also, maybe throw some ideas on how we actually get ourselves out of this situation. So until next time, much love, happy gaming, and I'll talk to you soon.